So the road to Oslo in the Women's Champions League continues with the knockout playoff round getting underway tomorrow and Thursday here on Paramount+. Tomorrow, reigning champions Arsenal, who have entered this new year in great form, are going to tournament debutante OH Leuven for the second time this season. In another rematch that saw a 1-1 draw in the league phase, Paris FC are up against Real Madrid once again. And on Thursday, we'll have Manchester United, who currently sit second domestically, travelling to Spain to play Atletico Madrid, and German side Wolfsburg welcoming the only Italian side remaining in the competition, Juventus. Okay, then, Ali, the girls are back. We're all getting
Finally.
back together. Finally. I feel like it's been a couple of months, been since December, hasn't it?
It has, and I had a little bit of FOMO seeing part of the gang getting back together for the FIFA Women's Champions Cup, but you guys were brilliant, and I can't wait for tomorrow.
Thank you. We had the draw with the FIFA Women's Champions Cup. Talking about that, the winners, Arsenal, they went on to win the competition. We've seen a kind of different Arsenal this new year, haven't we? They're doing so well in the WSL, just beat Manchester City, the league leaders, and then they just went and won the FIFA Women's Champions Cup. It's like a rejuvenated, revitalised Arsenal side, isn't it?
It is, and dare we say they might actually look like defending champions of the Women's Champions League. But really, they have turned it around. We were concerned, to say the least, after the loss to Lyon, after imploding to Bayern Munich, but they actually haven't. They've only lost one game since then, and that was a very long time ago, a very different part of the season. Like you mentioned, beating Man City on the weekend, who are in first place, looked like they were running away with it, beating Chelsea, and taking home the plate for the FIFA Women's Champions Cup. I just think they have momentum, they've got magic, they have everything they need right now to take it far here, Hannah.
Well, even in these results, Manchester United are sat second in the WSL, so they were able to get a 0-0 draw there, beat Chelsea and beat Manchester City, not to mention the cup. Do you think that winter break was just what they needed to rejuvenate them going into this new year?
I actually think that Kim Little, we spoke about her at the end of the year, the importance of her coming back. She is the conductor. She has her fingerprints on everything. She is pulling the strings. She is directing. This is on the ball, off the ball. She had a huge, huge tackle in this Man City game. She's aging like fine wine. I mean, this woman keeps getting better and better. And we're seeing Olivia Smith. She is in exceptional form, just really, I think, coming into her own. She's playing with confidence. So I do think that they should be feeling pretty good. Again, going into a game where they have just beaten Leuven in match day 6, but there's something different about this team. And just think about, there was rumors of unrest in the locker room, cultural issues, and that, whether those rumors were true or not, that can be very distracting, that can be disruptive, that can derail a season. Instead, they've been taking care of business, and I think they're kind of like,
now what?
Not hearing anything anymore.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned they played against Leuven in match day 6. They beat them 3-0.
Yeah.
But they look quite different from that 3-0 win in match day 6 compared to when they won in the Champions Cup.
I just think this is a different look. Credit to Renee Slagers, because Stina Blackstenius out with what we're hoping is a minor calf strain, I believe it is. She had a decision to make. And instead of, we know Smith is good out wide, keeping her wide, bringing Mead central. No, we know how good Ford is out wide. Put Smith with her pace in the 9. This makes Arsenal even more unpredictable, adds another dimension, another threat. I really like how Russo and Smith play off each other, but this combination, Caldente and Little, mwah, mwah, mwah.
Yeah.
It just looks so good. So
you mentioned Renee Slagers there, the Arsenal head coach. She kind of said in the press just after they beat Manchester City, look, we can't get too high, we can't get too low. Do you see this Arsenal team repeating and winning the Champions League again? Do you think they're capable of that?
Oh, asking the big questions here, Hannah. Well, I think we can be prepared for a
Arsenal-Chelsea.
A quarterfinal. I'm pretty much counting on that. I do think this Leuven fairy tale has been so fun to follow. I do think their road comes to an end here, but Chelsea is looking maybe a little bit shaky, so now I actually had Chelsea going all the way, so I'm not feeling quite as confident, but I do think that Arsenal will take this week and next week just totally in stride. I don't think we'll see them rotate too much for this upcoming game, but that might leave them in a position to be able to rest some players for the second leg. So again, I think Slagers is doing a good job of managing the team, of adapting. If Stina Blackstenius is available, again, options, opportunities. So I think all the messaging has been, we're calm, we're focused on the next game, but come on, they got to be confident.
Yeah.
And this player right here, her leadership and just having her back, I really, really think it's been a game changer. And she's playing 90 minutes, 120 minutes in this.
130.
130 minutes,
yeah.
Of course.
Because I remember when the league phase ended, we were kind of questioning that leadership role in Arsenal.
Yes,
but it
exactly.
seems like they found it now and they're getting back on track. Let's talk about the other matchup we're going to be seeing tomorrow. Another game we saw in the league phase. We've got Real Madrid taking on Paris FC. They played in November. It was a 1-1 draw. Caroline Weir scored a goal. I think it was in the 98th minute to get the 1-1 draw.
Yes,
we
a
saw
lot of relief there.
Some signs of frustration, inconsistency with Real Madrid, didn't we, in this league phase?
What confuses, frustrates, perplexes me about this team is they have a lot of possession. They play great football. We know this. They have great players. They have often more than double the number of attempts as their opposition. And then they tie Paris FC, they tie FC Twente. When they were sitting, could have potentially escaped this playoff round and finished top 4, and instead tie the game, and now are playing this, what could be a kind of even matchup. So I just would love to see them finish their chances more.
How do they find more consistency in front of goal? Is it getting the likes of Caicedo back on track, because she kind of trailed off towards the end of that league phase?
Yeah, we've seen that she hasn't started every game recently, so I don't know if she is dealing with managing minutes, but having Caroline Weir, who is an incredible player, but as your top scorer in Champions League, I'm surprised by that. I would have thought that these forwards would have been putting up more numbers in this tournament, so I think that could be the key, especially tomorrow, but we're looking at the winner going to play Barcelona. So if you're not going to put on a show against Paris FC tomorrow, how can you be expected to beat this team that seems like they have your number in every competition they're playing against each other? Mm-hmm. They've just recently lost to Barcelona 3-0, 4-0. There's an insane goal difference between the teams, but we need to see them finish their chances.
Yeah, like you mentioned there, the winner of this game goes to play Barcelona. And it seems like Barcelona is that Achilles heel for Real Madrid. We look at Liga...
Most teams.
Yeah, most teams, to be honest. But we look at Liga FA, they're 10 points above Real Madrid, Barcelona are. They've scored 53 more goals. How do you compete with that?
That is the question for this team, but they don't even have to think about that yet. They have to think about how they can score goals and compete with a Paris FC. Yeah. And Paris FC, they tied Lyon earlier this year. That is not something most teams are able to do. That should give them confidence. They also have not lost 2 games back-to-back. They just lost to PSG on the weekend, so that potentially bodes well for them. But I want to give Real Madrid the edge here, but I need to see that ball going into the back of the net much more often than it has been.
How amazing would that be if we got Barcelona, Real Madrid, we also got Chelsea, Arsenal in the quarterfinals?
I have goosebumps, but I'm pretty sure we're going to see that.
Well, the excitement of the Women's Champions League, it's returning tomorrow and Thursday. You can, of course, watch that here on Paramount+. We've got Leuven taking on Arsenal and Paris FC versus Real Madrid tomorrow, and then we're treated to Wolfsburg, Juventus, and Atletico Madrid versus Manchester United. Tomorrow, coverage is starting at 12 p.m. with kickoff for Leuven and Arsenal being at 12:45.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie A, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.